Why don't we talk about what we did yesterday first? I'm Megan, and this is my husband, Beau, and our daughter, Beckett. Join us on our journey as we relocate our family to raw land in beautiful northeastern Washington. Watch as we start from scratch and build the life we desire. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so you definitely can't see it, and I don't have zoom, but my roof is right there. We're about a mile from it. Does it matter what order you're going?
No, you just want to be able to lay them down, or have them laid down when you build them.
Do you have to do that? Just makes it easier?
It would be hard to hold 14 studs in the air.
Okay. I think you're more excited about all of your tools being out in the open than you are about framing.
We're going to need to move this over there. Do we have a, what's it called? Power strip?
I don't know. Maybe. How come there has to be two?
One's the top, one's the bottom.
You mad at it because it's yellow?
The only reason I bought it is because I didn't know the red team made one.
It's safe.
Yeah. Yep. It's raining again. It's Tuesday evening. The days are definitely getting shorter, so we had to break out some lights. At least we're inside. Got a little ahead of myself.
First mistake. Hopefully we can use it somewhere else.
Kinda. You know, so we got our bathtub. 83 and a half.
I mean, does it matter, like, what walls have to be 6 versus 4?
Not in this house. I mean, exterior walls, yes. Exterior walls are supposed to have to be 2x6 up here for insulation code. And then if you're gonna put plumbing in a wall, it helps if it's 2x6, just for the size, like a 3-inch pipe.
For the pipe, gotcha. Why did you have me this?
We cut around that plastic and make sure it's clean around the wall. What did I say, 83 and a half?
Yeah. Sorry. So do we drill around these?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See this handy dandy little nail holder here? And little.
What? That was nifty.
Alright, let's tip all these up like so.
Okay.
Put them right on the line.
Inside of it?
No, just put it right on the outside of it. I should have bought some 8-penny nails.
Somewhat.
Smaller nails. So, pull 16 on center there.
Working on putting our first wall together.
Alright.
Hopefully he doesn't mess it up.
You had one job.
I didn't touch it.
You had one job.
You pulled it off.
Pull tape. Talk about me messing it up. So there's a bunch of ways people lay out walls. The way I was taught is just to make it faster, basically. You can hook the end of a wall. You know that you have a stud on the back side of the, or the beginning of the wall. and then you come down and you literally just mark your stud centers and put your studs on the center line. Some people will pull 3/4 of an inch and then do their layout, which is fine. Just one more step you gotta do, and when you're working on a big framing crew like I was when I was taught, they just say hook the wall, mark your center. Your eyeball is pretty strong tool as far as finding the center of that stud. But if you did mark, or if you did hold 3/4, the nice thing about it is, so we'll hold 3/4 here. Then you come and you get your layout. When you make that layout on that mark, that's the edge of your stud. So again, for people who haven't done it a lot, and you have that line there, and you know to put your stud on that side of it, it makes it easier. But again, I was just marking the center of the stud, so when you go to frame, you're moving so fast anyways, you may be off an 1/8 or 3/16. The center line is plenty good for me.
What you doing? How'd you get in there? What are you doing in there? Learning how to use the table saw? Is that what that's called? Safety glasses. He's doing the measurement, so he told me I had to man up and learn how to do this. So, here we go. It's also raining and wet. My least favorite weather is rain. I know it's necessary, but I don't like it. You hiked up your britches, Beckett Lee. Oh, okay.
And do this right there.
Yeah, we'll line it up right there and then we'll draw this out like this.
I can draw it out.
You can? Here, come over here. Draw it. Let me help you. Right here. There we go. Nice work.
See how close you are.
The true test of whether I did this right or not.
You line up your end.
What? Okay.
Lined up?
Yeah.
Ooh,
How bad is it?
probably an inch.
Is it really? It is not. It's perfect. Yeah, that was your mistake. See? He already had a mistake.
Megan measured this.
It's all dirty.
Okay.
You went for a ride, bud. Your artistry almost cost us $500.
Is it raining outside today?
Yeah. It is raining. It's raining outside right here. Over here.
Over here.
Yeah.
Can you put your coat on?
Yeah. I can show her.
Okay. Hi, Winnie.
Hi. Oh,
Our kitties are so sweet. They literally purr the second you hold them.
don't drop them.
I won't drop her. I just need the record to show how perfect all of my cuts are. Oh yeah, look at how nice they're all lined up. Nice and perfectly. Not bad for just learning. Why don't we talk about what we did yesterday first?
We cut a bunch of wood,
You're so excited about having walls.
drew some lines, cut some wood, beat them together. Now we gotta draw more lines.
He's clearly excited to have walls inside.
Now we have to put wood in between them.
Ignore him.
This is exciting.
Take two. What did
have-
we do yesterday?
We made all these walls and we hammered them together and then we put lines on them. Now we gotta do it again.
This is what it looks like. We're currently standing in the laundry room.
So we laid out the wall in between the shop and the house. That was kind of our delineator wall. Pulled all our measurements off of that. You saw we chalked it all out on the floor prior to, dog just tried to kill the cat. Prior to cutting the plates. So that gives us the line-to-line measurements that you can take and then in turn cut your base plates or your top and bottom plates out of. We're on concrete, so you have to use pressure treated on the bottom. You can use white wood on top. That's about it. We're gonna go around and get layout. So I'm gonna pull layout from backside of this wall, pull layout through here. So our first stud will be 16 on center from the back side of this, and that will allow us to stack our joists on top of that. It's not necessarily critical that you do that, but it's just good practice. Transfers the load up through the stud. And then any walls that we have on the upstairs will line up too. Again, this is a self-supporting roof in this situation, so the load isn't transferred through any of this. Really, this bottom floor is just supporting the top floor, not the roof. These cats. So, we'll get after it.
And what are we doing today then? Just putting, how does this work? We take them apart
Yeah.
and then,
We should go and lay out everything first is what I'll probably do, which is boring, but. And then we'll separate these two and maybe we'll get this wall standing today before it gets dark and hungry.
okay.
So my wife was giving me way more credit than I deserve. And I guess growing up doing this, I never realized people didn't know this.
Well, to me, it's just a tape measure.
So in most American homes, your studs are 16 inches on center. Some of them are 2 foot depending on what kind of framing schedule you have. So every stud center has a red dot around it. So my dear sweet wife thought I was just doing
I thought he knew his 16 times tables very well.
I was really, really good at math. Just wrapping up our layout. We went around and laid out every doorway, every stud. Show you here. I've actually forgot to label that one because we're debating on where that's going to be. But you can see here, you got your trimmer, king stud trimmer. So there's a door this way, and door that way. Got everything laid out. Wednesday evening here, we'll try to get at least this exterior wall framed and stood. And depending on how spunky we're feeling or how late it gets, we'll get a couple more. Last night it got dark really fast. It was cloudy and rainy. I think we got out here at about 5 o'clock and ended up getting all the plates done and laid out by 7. So 2 hours. Doesn't seem like we did much, or it doesn't seem like you do much when you're just laying the plates out. but it's extremely important to get everything laid out before you start standing walls. We found a few discrepancies between planned versus actual on our plumbing layout. So we made a couple modifications, and we're going to just have a jog here. But again, if you were blowing and going standing walls, we potentially could have missed that and then not had the ability to change it, or to change it would have created a whole lot of rework. So important, lay everything out, plan your work your plan.
How do you know they're different? It's funny that we're working inside now when it's nicer outside than it is inside. It's cold in the house. It's nice outside.
I think school has ran into a bug.
Ew. Getting some earplugs because we're about to build our first wall. Here goes nothing. Or something, I guess. Yeah?
Show them the X's.
The X's? Oh, why are there X's on there?
Well, let me just explain this to you.
These X's here.
Look down this.
Okay.
So every board has a natural crown. This one actually is pretty dang straight.
Okay.
But you take the boards, look down them, you crown them all, and then you put an X on the crown side.
Is that the side that goes up?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter which way it goes, as long as they all go the same direction. So when you're looking at the wall, it doesn't go like this.
Right.
It's hard to see this.
Yeah.
It's easy to see this.
Okay.
So if you crown them all the same way,
Gotcha.
you have quote-unquote straight walls.
I guess we'll see. Oh! Wall number 1. Oh man, backwards hacking business.
Get serious.
Backwards hacking business.
This thing is heavy.
Yeah.
Squeak. Cat.
What are you doing now?
This is what anchors the base plate to the concrete. So you just drill a 3/16 inch hole, 3/16 inch, and then just put 2 16-penny nails in it.
And that right there is why we had to be very careful not to put our floor heat under the walls. Because if we had done that, we would have just messed up all of our tubing. And that would not be good. We're calling it quits at the end of day 2, but look, we have one wall. So exciting. Such a difference. You think it's exciting, Becky Lee?
Uh-huh.